Hello YouTube and welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. This is the Nobleboulder Fortress and I believe we are on episode 5 already. Wow, that went quick. On one of the recent videos here, Andre GTZ commented that thought the bridge that we built might be blocking our entry. So the first thing we're going to do today is shift that bridge back because I do believe he is correct. So what we're going to need to do is take out some of these stockpiles and then remove the bridge there. And then, actually, is this? Okay. All right. I just saw the unclaimed nest box there and got a little nervous. So we're going to have to disassemble this bridge, shift it back a square. Otherwise, guys can get in around the corner here on the diagonals. So yeah, we're going to have to block that in. Other things we want to do today is I want to clean up a couple things down here on our workshop level. We don't actually need to dig all of this out yet, so I'm just going to have my dwarves dig out the hallway and the rooms that we're actually going to be using right away, rather than having them dig this whole thing out. And then once we get ready to transition into other industries, we will add the ones back in. So we're not going to remove all of the rooms. What we're going to actually do, and I can even show what we got here, is just remove the entrances here, and then the doors will dig out the hallway, but they won't dig out the rooms themselves. So I'm just going to start by going through and removing all of these entrances. Let's see, and that one. Looks like this room's going to end up getting dug out. Actually, we might as well just dig that one since he's already started. But we can remove the entrances to these, like so. And this one. And to all of these. We can leave the hallway intact there. And then I'll go back through and add the doorways back in for the ones I know we're going to be using right away. Okay. And just making sure we're also going to have to relink our lever up to our bridge once that's finished. So the other thing that I want to get going today is I do want to get started on the hospital. Like I said, I think we're going to put it back in this area here, kind of in the corner behind. I'm a little bit concerned about the way that I built this well. I realized, so I made it 1 level deep, but it's clay, I believe, is the material below here. Yeah, clay cavern floor. And this is muddy clay cavern floor, which means that this water is going to be flowing through mud. And if you don't have multiple levels there, it's just going to pull muddy water out. So I'm not entirely... I haven't entirely decided what to do about that yet. We might have to maybe go down... Let's see, is this running into our level? See, the problem is I can't go down with this channel into our workshop area. So I would need to go basically like somewhere where we're not going to actually use the workshop stuff. So maybe, I don't know if down here is too far up. Yeah, see, that's going to be above the surface. I could put it over here, which wouldn't be too bad. But either way, I'm going to have to do some digging to get that figured out. And I'm definitely going to put a floodgate in. So what we're probably going to do is just channel this over here down into like a deeper pit, and then we'll put... Oh, see, that still runs into it. So I'm going to have to do it up here. Go down a layer there, and then go up here in this corner. Huh. And I'd really like to leave this area open to expand the farms, but I guess I could just extend the hallway off this way. Here I am pointing in my screen. Clever. I bet that's useful. So yeah, I could just extend this hallway down this way if we needed to. Yeah. So let's first just on pause. We're gonna let our miners go at it, digging this area out. And in the meantime, we're gonna work on our hospital. Man, that really is a bummer. Okay, I'm getting cancellation notices here because of the damp stone. Because of the channel up above, which I can just dig that out. That's fine. So we can go through and redesignate that as dig. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's just get our planning going down here. So we're gonna do let's see, let's use marker only. So if you hit M on the dig screen, you can designate areas, and they won't actually dig out the areas that you designate. It's basically just like a planning mode. But you can use that to plan out where things are going to run. Okay, so I can put my lower level right here. That's fine. And then I would have to go from here over to here. And so what I then do is probably dig it out to here. I go up a level, channel, probably digging from the side of the mountain, and then channel that one out, which would cause this water to open up here. And then I could have a floodgate here that I link up with, link up via the, via a lever. Which would mean that then I would put the well here. Like there. So that would be our new well room. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, that'll work out fine. And then what we can do is we can just put the hospital something like there. And then maybe, you know, dig a tunnel there to get to it with a little opening here. And then maybe we could put some stockpiles here for the gypsum, or for the plaster and splints and that sort of thing. The supplies that they need for the hospital. It would probably be nice actually to have a little food stockpile down here as well. And maybe even one for some buckets. Helps if I'm hitting the right buttons. Something like that. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with it. I'm just thinking here. Let's unpause and let these guys go about their stuff. Now I'm a little bit nervous here about this dig, so we're going to see in a second. Okay, yeah, we're fine with the water. There's no issue there. I feel like I made a mistake here. I may have dug out an extra block, so I might have to go fill that back in. Because I'm anal retentive. And just looking at my little cheat sheet here I did. So I'm gonna build. Shift C is where you get all of your structures. And we're gonna build a wall. We're gonna build the wall right there. Just one tile. Gabbro's fine. Okay. So while those dwarves are going out there, going about their digging, we're going to build some more farm plots here. P. So we're going to do 4 farm plots. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and disassemble. I'm going to keep an eye on these and disassemble those and then add them back in. I don't know if you guys could hear that. There is a little audio glitch there. That was kind of strange. Not sure what that what that would have been. That was in game. That was not in the sound sense. What I have going on right now is all of the sounds are coming from sound sense, but the actual music is the music in game. So, because I really, I just, there's just something about the music in this game that it really sets the mood. Actually, I found there's some posted on Reddit earlier. I believe it was last night, a piano cover of the Dwarf Fortress music, and it's really, really cool. I'm going to put a link down in the description. You should really go check that video out. It's really, really well done, very well executed, and like the classical guitar here has this kind of flowing, haunting thing going on, but when you hear it with the piano music, like it's just really, really powerful. It has almost like this despondent, like, we are going out as like the last bastions of our civilization, and it's like there's hope but not much, which is basically, I mean, that's Dwarf Fortress in a nutshell, really. Really, really cool. Anyway. So you'll notice sometimes the screen just kind of hangs there and you can hear buttons clicking. What's going on there is I have some references and stuff, like some pages from the wiki and stuff that I have up on the side that I can just look at real quick to see, you know, just various bits of information. And I kind of, well, when I don't alt-tab back to the screen properly, I try to hit arrows and I'm just scrolling on my internet browser on the opposite screen. So that's what's going on there. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a look at this. I don't think there is anything actually growing here right now. Yeah, so if you look, oh, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, actually. So what we're gonna do is, let's just go to these farms and disable. Let's see. Can we go fallow all seasons? We're gonna do that with all 4. So that's Shift Z to set that, and that turns off all farming all seasons, which is really what I want. So they're not going to plant anything else there. Pretty quickly here, our farmer should come down and build the new farm plots. It's like one of my dwarves is taking off, probably to go take a nap. Yep, that's what's going on. Okay, right now we have 2 idlers. We have our woodcutter and our mason. Let's just have a look at our mason shop here and see if we have anything that he's actually supposed to be doing. Okay, yeah, he's supposed to be building some rock stuff. I just want to make sure that workflow is turned on. Sometimes when you boot up Dwarf Fortress, workflow doesn't turn itself on, so it doesn't manage those tasks. So yeah, we don't have any rock tables right now, so it really should be building those. And I noticed a little earlier we got some cancellation messages on some tasks too. If you want to see your cancellation messages, you just hit A, and it'll give you a log of all the stuff that pops up at the bottom. You'll note that he's actually the farmer is missing some seeds, and you can hit Z to zoom to the place where a particular error kicked, so that you can try to resolve the issue. So the dwarf suspended construction of a gabbro table. So then we can hit Q, have a look at that, and see, yeah, it says construction suspended. There's probably something sitting underneath the thing. That does happen sometimes. Well, trying to unsuspend the task. I might have to remove the task and then set it again. That's a little strange. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna remove that one. We're gonna remove that one. I thought we had already made this into a dining room. Okay, yeah, see there, it's set as a dining room. It's just set on that particular table as being a dining room. Okay, so we're gonna have to build our table once again. Let's go into planning mode. So we'll put one there and one there. Yeah, so that one just says construction inactive, so that's fine. It's when you see the construction suspended that there is an issue going on there. So let's look and see, is there anything there that's blocking? It just says unknown material table, which I believe is the planned element there. That's not actually a placed thing. So that's a little strange. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. They should be able to build these just fine. Oops, I meant to build a chair there instead. So let's build throne. No, it's C for chair. In planning mode. There. Oh, I bet what's going on is it's suspended because we don't have any tables right now. Our mason has to go build them. That's probably what's going on. Okay, so our planter is constructing building. He's probably putting those farms together. Yes. Yes, that is perfect. That's what we want. And then he's harvesting some of the stuff that's grown. Okay, so we're going to make this one plum helmets. And we're going to make it plum helmets all season. So we're going to shift enter. Hey, we have migrants! Praise the maker. Praise whoever these guys' deity is. Excellent. Alright, let's have a look and see what we got. We got eight migrants. Very nice. Okay, so let's have a look at our guys here. Pardon me once again. Okay, so we have Astera Aram. He is a farmer. Planter, specifically. So he has farming as a skill. We already have a farmer. I don't think we really need a second one right now, so we're just going to turn that off right away. He doesn't have any other skills. Let's see. This guy right here is a craftsman. He's got wood crafting, which is good. We can actually turn wood crafting off for our carpenter then, since he's got it. Wood crafting is, it's... Oh, and he has clothes making and weaving also. So maybe some possibilities there. Okay, so then we have Arab Tarankol. What is that? Wax worker. I've not actually done anything with wax, so that could be interesting. I have no idea how bees work. So, yeah. But yeah, that could be interesting. Okay, we have animal care. It's probably, yeah, an animal caretaker. Probably, does he have animal training? No, he just has animal care. Interesting, okay. And he has strand extraction, which is used for making silk. Let's see. We have Ingiz Sokonul, who is an herbalist, who has plant gathering, and that is their only skill. And then we have... What is this? I've not seen. Clerk. And he doesn't have any skills in anything. Interesting. Okay. And 2 kids. So what we're going to do then is we're going to have a look at our social skills here. Okay, so this clerk guy does have observer and record keeper. So he might be a decent choice for doing the manager... not the manager job, the bookkeeper. He goes around and keeps track of all of your stocks and makes sure that your stock screens are accurate, which is actually quite useful. If you go into the Z menu in the game, it gives you an estimate. You can see your food stores, your seeds, your drink, etc. It gives you just an estimate of what you have here, but if you have an appraiser, actually, is what the task is. Actually, I'm going to check that. Bookkeeper. Yeah, so if you have a bookkeeper, he can then go in and see, make sure that your stocks are actually up to date. So, like, if we go into kitchen here, we'll see numbers for, say, like, our foxtail millet plants. or like our barley. It says we have 10-ish barley. We're not really sure exactly how much we have. So, yeah. 50 dwarven beer, that's good. And lots of random meats. Okay, so what we want to do here with our dwarves that have just come in, we definitely want... See, I was going to go with the stone crafter for making stone crafts, but we did get a wood crafter in that set. I believe that was this guy. Yeah, and he's only got a skill of 1, so not great. The thing about stone crafting is you will dig up lots and lots and lots and lots of rocks, so you might as well do something with them. Particularly if you're doing what we're doing, where you're digging out a fort instead of building up a fort over above ground, there's not really a ton of use for all of that non-economic stone. Economic stone is stone that can be turned into other things like plaster or used as flux stone in metal crafting. But the non-economic stone, really all you can do with it is build rock crafts, rock furniture, and walls and that sort of thing. And again, since we're digging out our fortifications as opposed to building them, I'm not really going to have a whole lot of use for all of that spare rock. Now, given right now we don't have a ton of it, because we haven't been digging out rock areas, we've just been digging out dirt for the most part. So we could maybe just use wood crafting for now, and then later on switch over to rock crafting once we have more of that. I think that's what we're going to do. That sounds like a good idea to me. So we're gonna keep him as our wood crafter. We're gonna put him straight away to work in our craft stores workshop. Let's turn off the weaving and the clothes making. We don't really have access to any ways of getting to cloth right now. That's kind of why I'm growing the pigtails. Pigtails are one of the underground plants that you can grow that you can turn into fibers, which you can turn into clothing, spin into thread, that sort of thing. So out of here, I do need to choose someone to do our brewing, making more lovely beer for our dwarves, and I also need someone to do cooking. So let's see, we already have our farmer, so we can turn off farming for Atesh. I actually think I clicked on that earlier, but I didn't hit the commit button, so it didn't actually save it. So, whoops. So let's turn on, we'll make him our brewer. Let's see, and then we have this wax crafter. What's his skill level in wax crafting? 2. Again, I've not really played around with the bees. It might be something interesting to add in later. Actually, let's take this animal trainer guy. We're gonna make him our brewer. So we're turn brewing on for him. And we basically want him to be brewing always. Plant gathering. We're actually probably going to set this guy to do some plant gathering. That's probably a good call. I don't think anyone else does have the skill turned on right now. We have someone with plant processing, and that's our farmer man. Yeah. So we're going to set Zeph on here to be our bookkeeper. I do need to go in also while I'm thinking about that and set our appraiser. I believe we actually started with someone with some appraisal skill. And for some reason now I'm not seeing that. Is that under attributes? Kind of craning my head sideways to find the appraisal skill. I know it's in here somewhere. There we go, appraiser, right there. So yeah, we did start with one of our dwarves having that skill. So essentially, when the time comes to trade, he's going to be the guy who's going to do our. See, that's weird because if I go into roles, see appraiser right here. I guess that's just the sum of the stats. It's not actually showing up as a labor. Because that would be right here next to... There's paper making and bookbinding, but there's not appraisal. Huh. Anyway, okay, so we're going to commit these changes. We are going to go downstairs. Oof. I need to set up some some hotkeys for sure. That's going to drive me batty. So we're going to build a workshop. It's going to be a kitchen. The kitchen is going to be right here. Now, one thing you do have to watch out for is if you see the squares on here, some of these are highlighted. Some of these are light green and some of them are dark green. You can only pass through the light green squares, I believe. I might have that backwards. I'm definitely gonna have to look that up on the wiki and verify that. But you can only pass through one type. So you have to be careful when you're placing these that you don't end up placing them in such a way that you can't get to the shop. Then we're going to place a still on this side, like so. I'm pretty sure the light green means you can walk through it. Okay, so then we are going to need to dig out an entrance. Oh, I am still in marker mode, so you hit M to turn that off. Okay, and then we're going to want to make 2 stockpiles, which is the P button. So these are both going to be food stockpiles. So there's this one here, and then this one here. And then we're going to queue into those. So we want this one to be cookable ingredients. So we're going to change our settings there. We're going to go to food. We're going to turn on everything except for... Let's see, we're going to forbid drinks. We can permit cheese. That's fine. Oh, wait. Is there actually any plant cheese? Maybe that's something that they plan to add in later. Let's forbid plants. Let's see. Miscellaneous liquid... Yeah, we'll leave that one off. We can leave the extracts. I believe we actually want to turn most of these off. I know for sure we want to turn off all of the milks because you can make cheeses out of those, and those are actually much better. So we're going to search for milk, and then just forbid all of the extracts. Interesting. So we'll just forbid all of those. Actually, pardon. We're going to go through manually and do that because I do want to leave some of the other extracts, but I definitely want milks to be off. Okay. We'll leave those extracts on. We'll leave the cakes on. We'll leave the paste on. We're going to forbid fats because we want those for making tallow, which is used for making soap. So meat, yes. Fish, yes. Prepared fish, or unprepared fish, no. We're going to want those to be prepared by our fishery first. We don't want drinks to be allowed in here because we want our dwarves to actually drink the drinks. And I believe we want plants off because we want to use plants for brain fart. Brewing. I'm just going to real quick over here check out the Dwarf Fortress wiki on plants and verify. I know there's 2 things that you can do with them. You can cook with them and you can make beer with them, and one of those 2 leaves seeds behind. That's the one that we want. So I'm just Googling the Dwarf Fortress wiki, which is an awesome, awesome resource. Very, very extensive. So we're just going to go seeds. When a plant is eaten or used in brewing, milling, or plant processing, it leaves behind 1 or 2 plantable seeds. So we don't want plants to be allowed in this particular one, nor do we want seeds. So we will do fruit and leaves and milled plants, I believe. Milled plants for sure. Not sure about fruits. I'm just gonna check the fruits real quick. Fruit. Fruit can be eaten, producing seeds. So we're actually going to... Yeah, we'll leave those in. Okay, I think that looks good. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, so then we have this other one, and this one's going to be pretty simple. All we want... See, we're going to block all, and we're just going to allow plants in there. Because we basically want anything that we can build, or anything that we can make beer out of, which is basically all of the plants. And I'm just verifying real quick once again on the wiki. Plants and honey. Honey is the other one. So is there... Let's see. I don't actually know where you would find honey. Would that be in animal extracts? That might be. Yeah, so... Right, so that's where we would get mead. So that means that we're probably going to want to turn off honey in this one also. So go back down to plant or to animal extracts and search for honey, and then just enter to toggle these. Okay. So then we're going to go up to our main stockpile here, and we're going to change the settings on it, and we're going to turn off. We're going to block. Let's see, we're going to forbid meat, we're going to forbid fish, we're going to leave the prepared fish, because we do want our guys to leave those up here and actually prepare the fish out of it. And then everything that we don't have a place for downstairs, we're going to leave up here. But that'll force my guys to move all of the food downstairs, basically. Now, I'm not sure where meals actually fall in here. Let's see. Let's forbid the... No, we're going to permit the eggs. That's right. We need to go in here and do the hen egg. Turn off the hen eggs. Because we do want those to hatch. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure where meals come out. I'm going to have to go back and look that up. That might be pressed... No, it's not pressed material. Is it under finished goods, maybe? No? I'm not actually sure where meals go. Oh, prepared food. Duh. I see. So if we go down here and go settings, go food, we can just turn off prepared food with the U button. The same thing here. We want to turn, looks like prepared food is already off. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so we were going to go down to our Dwarf workshop. We're going to add a new task to make some wood, crafts, and we're going to turn it on repeat. And we're just going to let him go to town on that. That's going to mean that we are going to need to get our woodcutter going again. So let's designate some more trees to be cut down. And we're just going to do a whole big area here. That'll give us plenty of trees for a while. And the other thing we're going to do while we're outside here is gather up some plants. And we'll just set that same big area for gathering plants. Okay. So we got our rock crafter, we got our... Let's see, the one other thing we need to do is designate our noble, so we want our bookkeeper, which is this guy, and we wanted that to be our clerk. He is an adequate record keeper. He does have some requirements, that's fine. We're also going to set our broker while we're in here, which I believe, if I look back at Dwarf Therapist, which I actually closed, I believe that was our mechanic. I go to roles, that's where that was showing up. Yeah, he's the one who has the 73 appraisal. And you want someone with a pretty good appraisal to do your broker stuff, because they need to be able to tell how expensive things actually are. So if we look down at our bookkeeper, we see that he actually has some demands here. That's what that require is. So if we look at what he's got here, let's see, he needs to work in an office to improve precision. So let us view unit. Says he needs a meager office. So that is something that we're going to have to do, is build him an office. So let's check our level here. Okay, so we're going to redesignate this whole area. Now, I really, really wish that there was a way to flip your designator so that you can just highlight an area and then pick it, let's see, pick basically like take all of the marked areas in a place and set those for digging. There's not a good way to do that I'm aware of. Wow, someone is failing at this. Okay, so then our dwarves are going to come up and take care of that. Let's look at this bridge. Has this bridge been taken care of yet? Still needs carpentry. Huh. I bet our carpenter's busy doing all of his crafting things. So we're going to actually see some stuff getting moved around here. A lot of food is being taken down to the bottom floor. It looks like our rock mechanism production has been halted. That's fine. Yep. Okay, and then, right, I wanted to put down a seed stockpile in this room right here. So again, this is going to be food. Specifically, it's going to be block all except for seeds. And it looks like the rest of our stuff has been set up here. So we have plump helmets going all year round. We're actually out of seeds, which means we really need to get that brewing going so that we can get the seeds from it. So we're going to do pigtails. And we'll just check all the months. Okay, so let's see, dimple cups, sweet pods. Like dimple cups are an all year round thing too. So let's actually let's do a bunch of those. We'll set this one to do all dimple cups all year round. And then so then this one will be kind of a rotating thing. So we're going to do sweet pods. So we'll start with the cave wheat in the spring. In the summer, or I guess that's in the summer that we're going to do the cave wheat. In the spring we can do sweet pods. And then we can do quarry bushes in the fall. And I guess plump helmets in the winter? Sure. Let's see, B will be sweet pods. D will be plump helmets. Okay, so now we have our farming schedule set for those. See, if you look really, really closely at these farms, you can see where the seeds are. And I believe this one doesn't actually have any seeds in it, so that one would be safe to remove now. So we can remove... remove that. Okay, so we got quite a bit accomplished here. We are in summer now. We have our hospital set to dig out. Looks like we got our traps are now built. Our bridge is probably coming shortly. I might have to turn someone temporarily on for carpentry to get that finished. We have part of our workshops dug out here. We've got our farm plot set up. We do have our kitchen and our still, which have been built, so we're going to actually do prepare lavish meal on repeat. And brew drink from plants on repeat. So that's just going to be always happening from now on. Let's see, we got some nobles set up. We are going to have to put together an office for one of our guys here. So I think this is a good pausing point for now. So I'm gonna call it a day, and I will see you in the next episode.